Hello, my lovelies. It is Donna, and welcome to the channel. Today, in keeping with the theme of It's All About Jade Summer, I am going to be using Jade Summer products, but I wanted to share with you my Faber Castell Pitt pens and have a look at those. I absolutely love these. I had not shown them enough love. I've pulled them out recently and worked with them a little more, and I absolutely love them, so I wanted to share them with you. They are a tiny bit pricey, but you know, if you kind of keep an eye on them, you can find a good price. This is the full set. It is 60 count, and it comes in a wonderful hard case with a magnetic flap, and when you open the flap, you will see all 60 of your pens, and it has a string here, and what you do is the flap becomes a little stand, making it like a stadium stand, and you pull the string, which brings out this into drawers, and then your pens are easily accessible, you can see them all really well. The only problem I have is they do kind of pop out like this a little bit when you first pull that out, so you kind of have to put them all back in place before you use them. But these are wonderful little pens. This is the professional. This is an artist grade line with Faber Castell. If you see the green packaging, that is your artist grade materials. Their blue is their student grade, and their red is their children's grade product. So this is the professional product. It comes in 60 colors, and these are the brush pen nibs. So you have a brush nib. They're not really extremely flexible like your Copic nibs, but they will get into a very, very tiny areas. These are not alcohol based. They are not water based. They are what is known as India ink, and the best way I can honestly describe that is an alcohol but not, a water but not. So they tend to have positives and negatives of, both of those types of ink all kind of rolled into one. If you know me, you know that I'm not very good with my water-based inks, and I don't use those very frequently. I want to get better with them, but these are really nice. They tend to dry more flat without as many lines. You may encounter some lines, but not as bad as you would encounter with your water-based markers. And on paper that is fairly thick, like your Johanna Basford books and things like that, as long as you do not press down and saturate, then they do not bleed through paper either. They're one of the very few markers I have found that do not bleed. On the cheaper, thinner paper that we find in some of our Create Space, they do bleed through that. So always keep something behind, test your paper. But on most papers, the Pitt pens do not bleed through, and that is what people rave the most about these, or for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these over to the side for right now, and I have my Jade, I have my magical mandalas. We will color some in here just so you can see some of the colors actually go down. I'm going to do a swatch because I have them swatched out on cardstock paper here, but I really want to swatch them on this is a Jade Summer book. It is Create Space paper. It'll give me an idea of what I can expect from these on this type of paper. I have colored with it already on this type of paper, and they do well. So I'm just going to redo the swatch, and I wanted you guys to be able to see them swatched out, and then we'll color in them some also. So I guess the theme here would be marker, and our medium would be the Faber Castell Pitt brush pen. Okay, they're actually called Faber Castell Pitt Artist brush pens, but okay, and this one is Ivory, and it's 103. So let's take a look at that one. And I can kind of move you guys in even more so you can kind of see these. The colors are absolutely beautiful. And as long as you kind of don't, they're not going to layer and blend as, you know, like an alcohol marker would. But if you kind of just go over, you know, the edge, it kind of, you know, like when you're laying them down, don't just do a line, a line, a line, but, you know, lay it down. You tend to not have the lines in it like you do with most water-based markers once they dry. And I absolutely love them. I apologize for my horrible handwriting. Okay, and this is light skin, so you do get skin tones in the Pitt pens also, which is very nice in the full set. And you can buy these in smaller sets. There'll be links right down below in the description to the Jade Summer books, as well as to these Pitt pens, and I will leave links to several of the available packages, however many I can find. I'll leave links to all of them so you can take a look at what's available. And this one is medium skin. And then we have light flesh. And that is number 132. And these can be purchased open stock. They sell these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Dick Blick's. You can purchase them singularly online. The only thing that I would caution you about is do not go to Faber-Castell's website to purchase these. You will get sticker shock as soon as you see what price is listed. Retail price for these markers, pens, is over $300. That is what they are listed for on Faber-Castell's site. They are significantly cheaper always on Amazon. So I will leave the Amazon links. I will not even leave the Faber-Castell links for you. This is medium flesh. So those are your flesh tones. Well, your lighter flesh tones that you get in the set. They're actually listed as flesh tones. Okay, and then we have light yellow glaze. And I colored with these a little bit in a color and chat that I'll be uploading, but I was having issues with my phone, and I wanted to make sure you guys really were able to get a good look at these, because I believe that they are absolutely amazing. I love them so, so much, and I believe that they are honestly worth the price that you put into these. I think right now they may be going closer to the price of the polychromos, but the price is always changing, so you could always just kind of keep an eye on them and see what the prices do. This is Cadmium Yellow. pretty. I mean, I absolutely love these. They're amazing. I cannot believe I neglected them for so long. And this is dark cadmium yellow. My hands just don't want to cooperate with me today. I'm not sure why, but there we go. That's dark cadmium yellow. This is dark chrome yellow is next. And I really like this swatch book. It's the Jade Summer swatches. I'll give you a look at the front cover just in case you have not already seen this on my channel or on another channel. I really do like this swatch book a lot. It gives you an opportunity to see, it kind of gives you an opportunity to see how your mediums are going to behave on the Create Space type paper, and I love being able to do that. Dark chrome yellow. Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't in any way mess up. So there'll be a link to that as well. Every page looks like these, so you can fill in your theme, your medium that you're using. And then it has, I believe, 48 swatches on each page. This is Orange Glaze. And there's 50 pages total. So that's a good bit of swatching. What I think I have kind of decided that I want to do is I've had so many people ask me what I think the best markers are, or, you know, things to that effect. And I think I want to slowly start pulling out my different mediums that I really enjoy, and just doing little quick like product reviews, showing you demo how they work, how they look on paper, and giving you my opinions on them. I think I will compare, this one's Scarlet Red. I think what I'll do also is have a video comparing all the different alcohol markers and what my thoughts are on each of those sets. This is Pale Geranium Lake. Now, these pens are definitely not going to be a set that you can get, I mean, you know, to do any of the blending that you do, like with alcohol markers and things like that. But this does, I have seen people who have done complete pages with these. I especially like to do tiny areas or mandalas with these. But they will work on all kinds of things. This is, excuse me, deep scarlet red. But if you try to start really doing layering, you'll probably start to run into some paper peeling. These are not as bad as your regular water-based markers are about the peeling, but they are still going to peel if you get too many. So they are absolutely perfect for straight color. And they will do a little bit of layering one color with another. Simple type blend maybe, but nothing real fancy probably. We'll kind of try to take a look at that a little when we get to the mandala. I really haven't tried to do too many blending techniques or things like that with these markers, but we'll take a look at it. And this is, of course, on Create Space paper, so if you were to use these on marker paper or cardstock or things like that, you would have even better results and even less risk of the peeling and things like that. And this is pink Carmine. And one small complaint that I have with these is how, do you see the color there and everything? It's a gray, and believe it or not, I can honestly see it better on the camera than in person, but some of them are kind of hard to read. Some of them don't blend in so much, but there are a few that, you know, you kind of strain your eyes a little bit. And I think these pens go for about $5 each open stock. But these have lasted quite a while. I did not use them a whole lot. I did, like, right in the beginning. I played with them a little bit. And then they kind of got put on the shelf for a while. And I was really, you know, into just alcohol markers. And then I thought I really need to pull these out and show them some love. And then I remembered how much, you know, how wonderful I thought they were. And the whole reason I bought them was, like, for the Johanna Basford books. This is Pink Madder Lake. And things like that I could use them in and not have to worry about the bleed through. So this is middle purple pink. So I am definitely going to have these out much more. You guys will probably be seeing these more frequently in the new year. I'm going to see how many different ways I can figure out to use these in my coloring, and I'll be sharing that with you guys. And I just thought that, you know, I would never tell you guys I think a product is awesome if it's not, and if I didn't like it, I wouldn't tell you I did, but I really like these, and I wanted to share that. Now, I do not know how these would do on, like, Daydreams and the books, what is it, Hannah Carlson books, maybe. I would love to find out that these aren't bleeding on that paper, because that would enable me to enjoy those books. I would actually be able to buy them if I could figure that out, because we all know that I don't like to get a book that I have to specifically have for pencils. This is Purple Violet 136, because I am more of a marker girl. I do have the Johanna Basford books and a few other books that are double-sided that I just really love the book. But it's always, I'm always in search of something I can color on those with, and these was an answer for a lot of that. This is Crimson 134. And if you guys are, you know, looking and see as it's drying, there's just not these watermarks like you would expect to see with, like, your other water-based products. This is Magenta 133, and I'm not sure exactly what it is with the India ink. So the only thing I can really think to ever say is it's water but not, alcohol but not. And then this is going to be Ice Blue 148. I'm not always the best at describing things, but you don't, the lines are nothing like with water-based, but when it comes to putting down layers and blending, that is when they are more like water-based. This is Light Indigo. $220. Next is Sky Blue 146. Hope you guys are doing well today. And I was, so excited and wanted to show these to you, and I had filmed the color and chat and used them, and when my SD card was acting up, and I knew that I was going to stop recording until I got an SD card, so I didn't get to do a full picture and everything for you guys using these, and I thought, how can I really showcase these pens and show them? And I thought, well, we are doing the It's All About Jade Summer, so I thought, hey, I can use my Jade Summer swatch book, and we can swatch out the pens, and then I could use like my Jade Summer Magical Mandalas book and actually color a picture using the pens. And that was Ultramarine, by the way, and this is Phthalo Blue, and Phthalo Blue is 110. So I thought, yeah, that would be a great way to share the product and do an It's All About Jade Summer all in one. And it's like I said, I'm going to do some videos on the different markers, the pros, the cons of each brand, what my thoughts on those are. And hopefully that will help you guys make purchasing decisions with your, for those type of markers. Because that seems to be one of the biggest questions I've gotten asked is, which alcohol marker set should I buy? And there's pros and cons to every medium. Every medium has its pros, and they have their cons. They work better for certain things. So this is Cobalt Blue 143, if I did not say that. And we'll talk about that in some upcoming videos. This is Dark Indigo, number 157. And I struggled on whether or not I wanted to showcase a product that I knew was very pricey. But the conclusion I came to was that they are absolutely amazing pens, and that I wanted to share that with you. I know that they're quite an expense to put out for many of us. So you'll have to take that in consideration. But if you do have room in your budget and you're looking for something that you can use on some of these books that are double-sided, that's not going to bleed through, these might be a good option for you. Let me see real quick. this is where I had them swatched out, and this is just the cardstock that you can get Georgia Pacific at Walmart is all this is. Okay, these are swatched out on that paper, and here's the back of the paper. There is absolutely no bleed through whatsoever. None. So they do not bleed through a lot of your papers. Now they are going to bleed through your really thin Create Space. You know, they will. And those you have to be more careful with. But let me see, light cobalt turquoise. That's a mouthful. Well, it's a line full. And that's number 154. I will definitely be using these in my World of Flowers. I absolutely love, love, love that book. Excuse me. And this is Cobalt Turquoise 153. And I'm looking forward to diving into that book here very soon. I did one picture in it with gel pens the day I got it in the mail. But it was getting so close to when I was going to start coloring like Christmas pictures. It's kind of sat through the whole winter, or you know, the Christmas season. And now it's time to pull it back out. This is Cobalt Green. And as you see, when you first put it down, sometimes it almost looks a little splotchy. But then when it dries, it is a pretty flat, even coverage. And I really, really like that. This one is light. It's a very light color, and it's written in white. Okay, it looks like Phthalo Green 161. It worked before that it showed up better through the camera, so I used that almost as a little bit of a magnifier for me that time. And you can't press down hard on these. You will ruin the tips. So just a light touch is all it takes. They're not, you know, bendy, flexible tips like you get with your Copics. I think they're more intended for, this is light Phthalo Green, or light Phthalo Green. I'm going to write phthalo instead of the pH on it. I lost my train of thought there. I'm so sorry. This is 162. Oh. They give you, you can get into very tight spaces because the tip comes to such a sharp point instead of a bullet. So that's more what the intent is to give you that extremely sharp point, not to have a flexible brush. That is not the intent with these at all. So you can get some wider strokes, or you can get your really fine marks. And this is your dark Phthalo Green 264. I do not know if these colors go in line with the Polychromos because I only have the 12 set of the Polychromos. But for those of you who have Polychromos, you can check some of these numbers and see if that is what's going on. If maybe if maybe they are a match with the other polychromos. And if I think I'll pull out my 12 count here in just a minute, but I don't know. This is Permanent Green Olive. 167. And I'm actually really curious. I don't know if any of these colors would even come in the 12 sets. So maybe some of the yellows are in there. So I can kind of compare numbers and see if they're matching. Give me just a second and I will grab that tin. Hold on, guys. Be right back. Okay. I have my 12 count of polychromos here. Let me just open this up and kind of look and see. Let me see what this yellow is that's in here and see if it's one of the ones that's listed. Cadmium Yellow, 107. Cadmium Yellow, 107. And I think all of the, Faber Castell, like the polychromos, have 9201. I think it's a different number for, if they are like the Gold Faber line or anything like that. So 107. So this would match. It looks like this would definitely match your polychromos. Let me grab a couple of these blues since we've already laid down the blues and see. I don't think there's a light ultramarine in this set. No, we have ultramarine for this set. What is this one? Thalio Blue. Was just Thalio Blue. Thalio Blue right here. 110. Thalio Blue, 110. So the numbers are matching with the polychromos. So that's really good to know. That means if you have polychromos and or even Gold Fabers, I would assume at this point that even the Gold Fabers is going to be the same. You would be able to mix these colors and between the two sets. So it would, if you have the polychromos or you have the Gold Fabers, it's almost like you're getting the same colors but in different mediums. So you're kind of, you know, expanding your horizons with that brand, and that's really neat. So that was nice to know. This is light green. 171. And I think it's behaving very well on the Jade Summer Create Space paper. I'm not having any issues at all with laying them down in this single layer. Swatching these, I had colored a little bit already in some of the Jade Summer books, so I wasn't expecting to have any issues, but I still wanted to have a swatch on this type of paper. This is May Green 170, and I have these, I believe it's a 7, is it a 48 or is it 72? The full pack of Gold Fabers. I believe it's 72. It's the full set of the Gold Fabers. And I do have that. So it's kind of nice. I did not even think about it when this is Earth Green. I really, when I bought my Gold Fabers, I didn't even take into account that I was possibly getting things, you know, that would work together and match like these will. That's amazing. So what you really could do, and I just thought of this, if you have a set of polychromos or Gold Fabers, and I'm not sure about if their children's line has any type of names or numbering system, probably not. I don't think I've ever really seen a child's line that of product that does, other than maybe Crayola. But I think Crayola is listed more as student grade. But what you could probably do is put down This is Chromium Green Opaque, number 174. You could probably put down a layer of the Pitt pens here. And then you could use your gold Fabers or your polychromos to do any highlighting or shading on top of these, since you wouldn't, you know, want to risk like pilling up the paper, and they are the same colors, so they should work very, very well together in that respect. This is Green Gold, number 268. This is probably going to turn out to be a fairly long video. If I don't complete it all in one sitting, I will merge all of those videos together and just upload them at the same time. This is Raw Umber, so it will at least all be together for your viewing. I may have to film them separately. I only have a couple hours to myself today, so it's really going to depend on the way things kind of unfold and everything. We're getting close to the end of this part, though. Terra Cotta, 186. I'm not sure exactly what colors come in the smaller sets. You may be able to check on the Faber Castell website to get a full list of those. But it's like I said, I will link the sets that I can find on Amazon down below. I believe that the 60 set is there, and maybe the 48 or 36 for sure is there. And there's only 60 colors in these, so you don't have your 72 even, or definitely not your 120. It would be nice. I would love it. Cinnamon, 189. The colors are just beautiful to me. Indian Red. $192. Okay. Kaput. Mortem? Is that what this is? Really? I'm sure that's not how this is pronounced. $169. Okay, last row. We've done 4. We'll do the last row. I'm going to have to flip this over. And I was keeping something behind this just in case. But honestly, I'm not convinced it even bled through at all on the Jade Summer. It's hard to tell because you have the black backing on the Jade Summer. But I know when I use my alcohol markers, I can actually see the color even on the back. I can see that. I can see the colors coming through. onto the black and even tell what the colors are. So the alcohol markers bleed a lot. This is dark sepia. $175. Nougat, $178. Walnut brown, $177. And then we're moving into our grays. They do give you some warm grays and some cool grays. This is warm gray. 1270. Okay. Warm gray. Was that a warm gray? That was just warm gray. Okay. Warm gray 3. And that's number 272. And you know what? This is warm gray 1, 270. Not number 1, 270. That makes sense. I just realized what the issue was there. It threw me off a second. Okay. And then warm gray 4. And that's going to be number 273. It's up. Okay. Warm gray 5. $274. JetPens.com might actually sell these open stock as well. I would have to look and see. But they are a good source for pens. This is Cold Gray 1, 230. They're a great source. That's where, when I got my Stabilos, what I did was I purchased a small pack using coupons, and then they had one on sale at Michael's for open stocks, and I purchased what open stocks Michael's had available, and then I came home, and this is Cold Gray 3, 232. I came home and figured out what colors I was missing, and then I went to Jet Pens and purchased the rest of those. And I think if you purchase $20, your shipping's free. So, and I had like, ironically, like 20 pens or 21 pens I need to order, and they're like a little over $1 a pen, so that was a win. Cold Gray 4, number 233. And with my stickles, I normally get those at scrapbook.com, but they have been out of my favorite colors for a while, probably because of the holidays and all the card making and things that were going on. I'm going to have to remember before the holidays next year that I need to stock up on my stickles, because you're not going to get replacements during the holidays, apparently. This is Cool Gray 6, number 235. I'm really excited. My 72 count of Arteza pencils should be here today. They had a shipment delay, so I'm a little irritated about that. I was so excited about getting them, and hopefully they'll be here today. This is black, number 199, and this is it. This is the last one. I'm going to zoom out and show you guys the full color range of these, and then I am going to take a short break, and then we are going to dive into a mandala. Okay. Okay, how about we zoom out and not in, Donna? That would be awesome. All right. Here we go. This is the full range of color. This is on the Create Space paper. It looks nice even on the paper. There's no lines. That's typical with water markers. I don't believe there's been much bleed through. These are your grays. Maybe a little, but I don't even see any bleed through. I would almost like to test that on something that's not. I know they will bleed through on the really thin Create Space that we see sometimes. So this was the full swatches on cardstock, and then this on the Create Space paper. So thank you for keeping me company while I swatched these out. And just a little, I'm going to take a little short break. I will not be gone long, and we'll come back and we'll hop into a mandala. You're not even going to miss me. Did you miss me? Probably not. That was quick, right? It actually took me about 15 minutes. But this is the Jade Summer Magical Mandalas. And I purchased this from thriftbooks.com, but I got this through Amazon from them. It only saved me about $1. It said that the book was in used but like new condition. Maybe a name was written in the book. When I received the book, the pages were all kind of bent and icky. And there was even some coloring in the book. So I emailed the company, Thrift Books, and they issued a refund and told me just to keep the book. But, you know, I was a little upset about that because it was totally misleading, saying it was in like new condition. Maybe a nameplate had been written in the book. It was very misleading to receive something, because, and it's like I explained to them, I intended to use it on my YouTube channel for Jade Summer here in January. It's all about Jade Summer. So I was a little about that. I'll do a really quick flip through. This is 100 images, and I mean, I'm going to have to do this fairly quickly because we still need to work on our mandala. This is one that I thought I may work on camera. Not today. I was looking for one to do today that I was looking to do one today that I could lay maybe a lot of different colors down so you guys could see. And there'll be a link to this book down below also, if you might be interested in this book. It is a nice little mandala book, or mandala book. It depends on when I say it, how I say it. This is the one I thought I would do here on camera here in just a few minutes. I thought I could put a lot of different greens in here, do different colors up through here, just so you could kind of see those. Here's my squirrels. We all know I love squirrels. I definitely need to color this one. I'll do it in probably alcohol marker though. You may see that before. And this is some of the coloring that was already in the book. There's a couple other pages with some marks and things on them. And, you know, normally I probably wouldn't have even said a word, but And that's why I didn't do this on its own as a flip through, because it was not in the like new condition. So I didn't really want to do a flip through with other people's coloring in the book. But since we're doing this video, we'll take a quick look at it. And these are 100 unique mandalas. These are not, you know, like your Jade Summer where you'll have like 25 and 25. This is 100 unique mandalas. Oh. I have marked a few that I might be interested in maybe doing on camera. I kind of went through the Jade Summer books that I did have and just kind of marked a few things. This one's one I would kind of like to work on. That one's nice too. I like that one. Kitty cats. This had coloring. Had marks on page. Coloring on the back here. Oh my goodness, excuse me. That was so bad. Oh, that hurt all the way up into my sinuses. Oh, I'll be so glad when whatever this is done. I have got to start taking some allergy medicine. Getting towards the back of the book, and it's hard to flip the pages then. Well, this has turned into a demo, review, flip through, color along. There's just a little Mod Podge going on here. Leave it up to Donna to do it upright. And then this is the end of the book. I'm not going to show the download code. I have seen some channels that will, and I don't know, I think they're still honoring the downloads for a while. If you already had the book, they're just not putting them in any of the new books. But I've seen channels that will do the flip throughs, and they will intentionally stop on the page and show you that download code. I will not do that. You'll never see that on my channel, because that is technically theft of art. And I did find out that the download codes are identical. Every book has the exact same download code. So it's not like you're only giving it to one person because you're not going to use that. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so I'm going to look at Cadmium Green Opaque. 174, maybe, or maybe not. No, I think maybe I like the, actually no, I think I like the Permanent Green better. Permanent Green, Olive, Leaf Green. I'm going to get these things all mixed up, taking them out of here again. That's why they were, no, not Leaf Green. It took me a while before I could even go on camera to show these to you guys, because I had to sit down and get them all back in order again. They were a mess. That's Earth Green. I need light green. There it is. Okay. I just want to put down some of these so you guys can actually see them in a coloring book. I think it's much easier. It's one thing to see something swatched out. It's another thing to actually see it being used in the way you intend to use it. I've swatched things out before and thought, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. And then when I started actually using it, I was like, I don't think I like this too much. And I've had things where I've, you know, seen kind of like swatches and been like, maybe this was a mistake. But then I went and used them and I'm like, ooh, I really kind of like this. This is so not what I meant to do. I meant to do the outline right around the edge of the flower. I just realized that I went to the next area. That was not intentional. So I probably need to figure out another green I can pull out. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Went over the lines a little right here. My hands are a tiny bit shaky today. And I don't, you know, I have issues like that sometimes from time to time. And it seems like today's going to be one of those days. Now, I definitely would not use these to color, you know, really large areas. But, you know, areas like this, they work great. And something I've noticed with these also is like when I get here with my alcohol markers, I would have a very bad line. Generally, you don't have that with these when you meet the two color, you know, the color back together on the other side, which is nice. So I posted a message over on the YouTube, and I hope that you guys can see that message. I just checked Amazon just a little while ago, and the Arteza 72 fine liners just went on sale for, I believe it's $19.88 or $19.98. And when you open that up, there's a $3 coupon available. That makes him $16.98 or something like that, shipped to your door for the 72s. I know I'd asked some of you your opinions on those. When I saw that price, I no longer needed your opinions. I just didn't need it. I immediately just hopped over and bought those. So we will see what I think about them. But they are now ordered and will be here, I believe. I can't remember if it said, I think it may have said Friday, which is awesome. You know, you guys may not even be seeing this video. Today's Wednesday. You guys may not see this until Thursday or Friday anyway. But hopefully you saw that. I've got to check my settings because I've made posts before, like on that little board that you can post on, and no one's ever really replied. So I hope there's not something going on that's got that somehow private. That would be bad. But I thought, how could I get a message? I'm like, by the time I can make a video and get it up, and get it rendered, you know, and everything, the sale will almost be over because it's just a lightning deal. I was like, maybe what I could do is go ahead and make one of these posts, and hopefully some people will see it. So I hope some of you got to take advantage of that lightning deal. I definitely did. I figure for under $17, I am really not going wrong. And since I'm getting the pencils that I had gotten on sale for under $15, so for about $30, I got the pencil 72s and the fine liner 72s, which hopefully will work well together. And I'm betting there's no names or numbers or anything on those fine liners, but I'll get a system for them. But I thought that was a steal of a price. I really hope the great reviews I've seen on them were true. Let me turn this daylight lamp off just to kind of see what happens. Oh no, that's bad. Let me try turning another light on. Sometimes if I turn my other daylight lamp, I have two daylight lamps in my room. sometimes I can get it so there's not too bad of a shadow, but yeah, I think you guys can see that a little better now, maybe. I can see I've missed some areas right here. I didn't even see that until I looked and got that extra bit of light over here. Hope that's not casting a shadow on for you guys. Too bad. Yeah, I really like these. But anyhow, I was super excited to get those fine liners ordered on this lightning deal. I can't wait to try them. I've heard some people say that they like them better than their Staedtlers, and I'm hoping that that's true because I like my Stabilos better than my Staedtlers, and I'm hoping that maybe the Artesas are more in line with the Stabilos. How in the world do you say that? More so than the Statler. These foreign words. We shall see. Someone had asked about January and if it was just going to be all about coloring Jade Summer. What we are doing, those of us who are participating, we are just featuring Jade Summer as like the artist of the month, even though Jade Summer's a company. But, you know, it's just kind of like a featured artist of the month. So we've got a hashtag, just kind of like, it's almost like giving a shout out. Because, you know, when you place those hashtags in social media and things like that, they're searchable. You can go to Google, and if you go to Google and you type in hashtag, it's all about Jade Summer, and then you click on images, you're going to see the images that people are hashtagging with that. I think you might be able to search Instagram maybe the same way, and possibly even Facebook, because I know Facebook is using hashtags now. And that's kind of the way hashtags work. And that's all we're basically doing, is giving shout outs to Jade Summer. It's basically saying, hey, thank you for making these coloring books. We're enjoying them. Make more. It's kind of the message that we're sending out. And I don't know about all the other channels. I won't be doing Jade Summer, but I will also be doing other, I'll also be coloring out of other books. I did not want to do just an entire month of just Jade Summer. If I did that, I would never want to see another Jade Summer in my life. I kind of feel like that about Christmas right now, that the Christmas pictures are done and over, and I really could care less about ever seeing another Christmas picture. I had full intentions of doing Christmas in July. We'll see how I feel in July. If July started tomorrow, no way. I would not pull those Christmas books back out too soon. But maybe I'll feel different in July. But I'll be featuring other things. And I believe Anne said that she was definitely doing other things than just Jade Summer. I don't know about Tia or Nisi or Michelle. But I know Anne and I had both said that, well, Anne had said, and I'm saying now, that there will be other things going on besides Jade Summer. As you see, I kind of did a product demo and review. I did throw in a Jade Summer book, and I'm, you know, coloring a little bit out of a Jade Summer book. But this was really more about the products, demos, and reviews than it was necessarily about being in the Jade Summer book, if that makes sense. So I was able to kind of work Jade Summer in on this. I have a color along that's recorded that right now that's ready to be rendered. That has nothing to do with Jade Summer. And I will be making other videos like that also this month. So it's not all going to be Jade Summer. No, And if you are participating, you don't have to color the images that we're coloring. We don't expect you to buy the same books and all of that. Just color what you have. And if you don't have any Jade Summer books, then, you know, just grab something and sit and color with us. Color anything. It's just all about having fun, and we were just featuring and showcasing Jade Summer for the month. Just a little shout out to the company. Okay, and there's some of our greens. Together. Now, I need to figure out what I want to do here. Let's do Pink Lavender Lake. I absolutely love this color. Pink Madder Lake. Lavender. I don't know why I said lavender. Pink Madder Lake. And it's going to be going over a much larger area. So we'll be able to really see streaking and lines or anything like that that's going to happen. It's going to be very obvious going over so much of a larger area than we've already been over. And the way to kind of minimize that is just to kind of work, you know, instead of maybe going this way and then this way, just kind of keep your strokes going in the same direction. And that really helps to minimize any lines, at least when you're using the Pitt pens. I found that that's the way to combat those lines. I really think I just heard some fireworks. I guess people are getting rid of their leftovers. And I'm good with it in the middle of the day. You know, blow them up all day. I think this is a very pretty color. I feel like I've talked myself out already. You guys didn't know that was possible, huh? I'm thinking. I noticed this morning that we are very quickly approaching 700 subscribers. Yay! It's exciting. Only 300 more subscribers and we'll be having our 1,000 subscriber celebration. I know you guys think I'm kidding, but I'm getting some cake and stuff, and we're going to have us a throwdown. Have a toast. And we're going to have our big giveaway. It's all nice and safe up on my shelf, waiting to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. And I really am beginning to think it's going to come much faster than I ever imagined. And that is so exciting. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support for the channel, because this channel really keeps me going. It's helped so much with my depression and things like that. It's taken a lot of pressure off of Gary because, you know, not having Brooke anymore, and even though she would be almost 18 now, but in my mind she's still a baby, you know, a baby girl, my baby girl. You know, and him working the 24-hour shifts on his days off, I was always wanting him to be with me, and of course he would have things that he really needed to get accomplished, and it would drive him so crazy. And now I have you guys, and I spend time here on ColorTube making videos for you guys, or watching ColorTube, or replying to your comments, or sharing emails with you guys, and it's just made such a world of difference in my mood and my mental state. And it's been such a blessing. My son was a little worried when I first started the channel, because he has experienced a lot of the trolls and things like that are on Facebook. But, you know, and I told him that the people on ColorTube seem to be a great group of people. Some of the things that he watches is more, I don't really know what word to use, but the type of things would breed more of the people who would have those attacking kind of comments, if that makes any sense. And I haven't experienced that, and I'm grateful. But he was very worried that it might harm my mental health, that I would get, that I would take things personally and things like that. And the first few people that hit that dislike button, oh, it just broke my heart. It really did. But then I had to realize that you've just got some people out there that, number one, doesn't understand how to use, the dislike, or you've just got people out there who are going to try to bring you down. So now I don't even look to see if there's likes or dislikes. And, when you watch my videos, I would definitely appreciate you to give it a thumbs up and like the video, because that lets YouTube, it gives YouTube a little record of who's been here and what people are thinking about the channel, and it helps with the algorithms to get my videos to pop up in searches and things like that. So, well, higher up anyway in those searches and things. So it's every like is greatly appreciated. But, I hope you guys are having fun here with me, because I've had a lot of fun, and I think it's been wonderful. There. See? No streaky lines. Beauty-muss! I have to, once I finish this video, I have to sweep the entire house, mop all the hard surfaces, floors, and vacuum the 2 rooms that have carpets. I am not looking forward to that. I think I would rather do laundry any day. I might even prefer to clean a bathroom to sweeping and mopping. I'm telling you, as these pens run out, I am definitely getting replacements and keeping a full working set of these always. I'm not 100% sure I even realized how wonderful they were when I first got them. But I pulled them out a couple times over Christmas and used them a few times, and then I've used them a few times in the past, week or so, and every time I use them, I'm just like, oh, wow. I think when I bought these, I was looking for mediums to use in Ivy and Inky Butterfly, and I still haven't colored the first page in there. I'm so intimidated by that book. But I am going to dive into that in 2019 because I've come to realize that I'm not coloring to try to be perfect anymore. I am just going to try to be more carefree and enjoy it. And hopefully the finished product will look nice. And if not, as long as I enjoyed the process, then it's okay. But that was kind of what I was after when I bought these, was something that I could use in Ivy that was not going to bleed through the paper. And that's kind of why I purchased these. So, Glaze, right? Yep. For a moment there, that just seemed very neon looking, and I didn't think there was any kind of neon colors in here. The weirdest thing is happening with my phone right now. I just hope there's not some kind of a problem. Normally it will only record for about 34 minutes, and then it'll start a new video, and I'm having to put those videos together. Right now we're a little over an hour and 17 minutes, and it's still on the same video. It hasn't switched. So at least not that I can tell. But I ordered a new SD card that has much more storage space on it. It is supposed to be here Friday. Then I'll be able to store more videos and things like that. I could put everything over on my laptop, but I'm going to be honest, my laptop's several years old, and I do not use my laptop very often for anything. Most things I do on my cell phone. I may touch my laptop once or twice a month, if that. I don't game or any of that kind of stuff. I am going to need probably to start using my laptop more in the new year, though, because I want to get a better editing program for my color tube videos. I want to get an intro video and things like that for the channel, and I'm pretty sure that the little editing software that I'm using on my phone is not going to be good enough for what I'm wanting to do. So I probably am going to have to start using my laptop, and I'm pretty sure if I do live streams, I won't have a choice but to use my laptop. So, yeah. So what are you guys thinking about these Pitt pens? Do you own any? Would you like to own them? I absolutely love them. Okay, so we've taken a look at some greens. We've taken a look at a couple pinks. Got one yellow in here. Should we go to blues on the next little area maybe? I'm trying not to put crazy colors together, you know, because I would kind of like the palette to still be pleasing. But I also want to use as many colors as we can. And I should probably be putting all of these pens back in their case instead of just laying them out. But I'm afraid if I have to stop the video and start it back to complete the entire video, that I will forget which pens I've used. I'm really good at doing that. No joke. Okay. Okay. You guys just bear with me, okay? Okay. Was thinking, and this is the different shades of green. This is where you get into, they're got a little bit of like a blue-green tint, and then we'll go into some true blues, and I'll try to maybe work in some yellows. I don't really know. I mean, you guys saw the browns, and they're kind of going to work the same way, you know. I want to make sure you guys are, I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping myself in frame. I just hope this doesn't fill up the memory on my phone that I've got right now before I'm able to finish this picture. I would sit here and color with you guys all day if I could, but today is not a good day for that. In a few days, however, Gary's going to be leaving, and he's going to be gone for 3 nights. I will definitely be doing a lot of coloring with you guys on those days. I just hope I don't run out of things to talk about. That would probably be a great time for me to film the marker reviews and comparisons. And I'm probably not going to swatch out every single set of markers that I own. I've done that a couple times already, and it is such a pain, and you really don't want to sit through those videos. But I mean, we're gonna show them, and I'll even show them like together. I'll get, you know, maybe 2 or 3 reds, 2 or 3 greens, 2 or 3 blues from all the different sets, and we'll sit down and compare them, and we can look at the swatches and talk about my thoughts on the colors that are available and pros and cons. I think that might be a great thing to work on while he's away on that little trip. And then I can do some color and chats too, but at least it wouldn't be a situation of trying to do multiple color and chats and trying to think of 1,000,001 things to talk about. My life is truly not that exciting, guys. I have really got to work on this whole death grip thing that I have going on. Phthalo green, light phthalo green. Yeah. Okay. I'm hoping that whatever delayed my Arteza pencil shipment was not something that would have in any way damaged the pencils in shipment. I'm going to have to take a very close look at those. I always get nervous about buying pencils online, especially any type of soft cord pencil, because those leads shatter, you know, inside the core so easily, and a lot of times they'll look fine when you just take a look at them, but after you sharpen them a couple times, all of a sudden, every time you sharpen, it's just break, 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 because the entire core is shattered. And I found that in some of my Prismas. Not too many so far, but of course I haven't sharpened all of them either, so. So I get a little weary about purchasing those online. Hopefully somebody just forgot to put it on the truck, or, you know, some little something like that. They were supposed to have been here Monday, and they were delayed. And of course, the mail did not run at all New Year's Day, which was yesterday. Today's the 2nd. So I'm hoping, I think it said now expected 2nd through the 3rd. But I had not gotten an email as of this morning saying that it was out for delivery. So there's a possibility it's still not coming today. I'm just going to have to wait and see. Now, this is dark phthalo green, light phthalo green, and phthalo green. Thank you so much to those of you who have said that you like the color choices I make. I had a couple people ask if I would do videos on color palettes, and you guys have no idea how bad I struggle trying to figure out what colors to use where. And I know someone had said that they would never think of using some of the palettes that they see me use. And well, it's because people don't use the palettes that I use. They're probably not. They probably don't go together based off color wheels and theory and all that. Truly, what I will do is I just kind of look at a color and I go, you know, hey, which other color here do I think would look nice with that color? And that's kind of how I pick my colors. I don't know much about color theory. I know something about, if you look at a color wheel, the color to the right, the color to the left are work well together. The color directly across on the color wheel works well. And that's about all I know. But, I do a lot of times try to use limited palettes, meaning that I may use like blue greens and pinks and purples or something to that effect in an image. There was a couple pictures I did over Christmas that only had like 3 colors in the entire picture. And that was kind of neat. It was something kind of, you know, different and fun to do. Big loud truck coming down the road, but it is way too early for any kind of mail or anything. When I think I may be expecting something, I am just I'm just kind of on pins and needles. Are you guys like that? Until it actually, you know, is in my hand. I was just kind of thinking on that. Checking our time. We're at 1 hour and 34 minutes. I have seen longer videos. The only problem is if it goes too long, I don't think my editing software will take it. Like, I'm not sure. I think it's maybe that there's not quite enough memory on my phone or something. I don't know, but I've got to get a better software. Even if I have to, like, because this is a free software I've been using, I may have to get one that I have to pay for to get everything I want out of it. I don't know, but I'm going to have to start looking around and figuring all that out. So, you know, I can sit here and color for 3 hours, but I may not be able to upload all of them as one large video, even if I wanted to. So, we will see if this ends up being a 2-part video. I'm going to try to make it just 1 part, and then hopefully I'll have all that figured out and be able to do long, full videos without any problems very soon. I still hear that truck out there idling. I don't know what kind of truck it is. The Pitt pens work well with gel pens also. Just in case anyone was wondering. I just lost my talkativeness. I want to finish this up with you guys, but I don't want you to just have to sit here and listen to silence either. Maybe I should get the Game of Things. I did look at it, but it was kind of expensive when I saw it. But maybe, have you guys seen the Game of Things? Maybe I could, if I were to get it, if we were to do color and chats where I'm trying to finish like an image for you guys or something like that, I could, hold on, I'm trying to make sure I've got right colors before. Okay. But if I kind of started running out of things to talk about, I could pull one of the cards out of the Game of Things and we could maybe play that. I kind of thought that might be a neat thing to do on the channel if we ever get to a point that we're trying to think of a topic. I don't know if you've ever played the Game of Things before, but there's basically cards that you draw and, you know, you're on teams, but the idea behind it is it'll say like things that you should never, I don't know, maybe things you should never pet. And you have to list as many as you can, kind of thing, but it might be fun. And I'm about to go check and see what's going on with this truck, because it almost sounded like the back of the truck just went down. I don't know. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so it is some type of a like waste removal truck that's like a dump truck, and it is sitting in front of the house right across the street, so I have no idea what's going on with that. That house is up for sale. Maybe they have things that are supposed to be picked up today that they're throwing out. I don't know. The street that I live on is a dead-end cul-de-sac, and we're not right off of a main road either. So, you know, you have kind of like a back road behind our town, and we're way down that road, and then you shoot off into our street that ends in a cul-de-sac. So I pretty much can hear any vehicles as they're going up and down the street. We're pretty far off. It's a nice long driveway, but I can still hear that. So, I don't know, you guys may have heard that. It was like the air brake off the truck. I do have my back door open right now. I'm just letting some fresh air in. It's been so dang humid, and the temperatures have been so far above normal. It has rained every day. It's supposed to rain again today, and it's just making this room unbearable. Our room is a garage that was closed in, so it is not insulated walls. They just basically put the sheetrock up in the garage, painted all of that, and put in a back door and a walk-in closet. I mean, I have a huge walk-in closet. I love it. And so since it's not extremely well insulated, it's very easy for, if it's warm outside, it's hard to keep it cool in the house. And we don't have HVAC in our room, the central heat and air. We have like a unit similar to what you might find on a hotel, you know, a nicer hotel wall in the room. And it has a hard time keeping up with cooling. Heating's pretty easy. It's not hard to keep the room warm, but it's kind of hard to keep it cool. I'm trying not to turn the air conditioner on unless I absolutely have to, but it was starting to get a little stuffy in here, so I went ahead and just kind of opened up that back door with a screen up on it. It's a screen door, like a storm door, and I can just kind of lift the screen up on that so I can let some fresh air in. We've actually, several nights in the past couple weeks, there's been several nights that we've slept with that back door open because it was really maybe too cool to turn the AC on in here, but it was too hot not to have something going on. So we just kind of left that door open to let some cool air in, and then, you know, if either of us got cold during the night, we just got up and shut the door. So yeah, it's been pretty icky, just icky weather. I think that's definitely what's keeping us kind of sick all the time. If you guys just heard that gunshot, don't worry. I'm not in any danger. Like I said, we live off of a back road, and on that back road it gets very rural, not far from us, and there are people down there who have hunting dogs and a shooting range. I think they may have a pond to duck hunt and things on also. So you hear all throughout the day, you'll hear like shotguns and things like that, where they're out practicing and, you know, maybe running the dogs or, you know, whatever goes on with that. But that's what that was. And if you guys were listening since I was quiet, you probably heard it. Oh, goodness. I'm starting to get tired. Sitting at the desk does stress my back out a lot more than sitting in my cozy recliner, but this desk is so much easier to record with now. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So are you guys coloring something while you listen in? If so, what are you coloring? I love hearing what other people are working on. And what are you coloring with? I like hearing about the different mediums that people use and why they like those mediums. When I get my Arteza pencils, I may swatch all those out for us here on camera and tell you my impressions of those. You'll have to take into account that I'm not a pencil girl to begin with, but I'm going to tell you how much pressure I'm having to put down, you know, and all that kind of thing, how easy it is on my hands, how bright I feel like the colors are. I mean, I can tell you guys those kind of things. And I'll probably do the Arteza fine liners also when they get here, because I am very anxious to look at those, and I'm going to have to swatch them anyway. So if you guys want, I will definitely, you know, give you guys a demo and review on those, since I am going to be swatching for my own personal use. I can go ahead and swatch those out maybe on camera. I don't think there's any numbering or color system on those, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to have to pull out my label, my little office labels, and come up with some numbers to go on those so I can swatch them. So I'll probably do that part off camera. So by the time I get on camera, I'll already have like a numbering system in place. And I'll probably just start with the number 1 based off whatever pen happens to be first in the box. I've kind of started, instead of stressing over how to store, you know, or how to swatch a set, instead of trying to come up with something on my own, what I've kind of started doing is whatever the company decided, however they decided to package them, that's how I swatch them. So that's how I've been dealing with that, at least as of late. Because it's like I said, I'm not good with the whole color wheel, color whatever. And so if you hand me a set of pencils or something and say, hey, put these in the correct color order for swatching, that's going to be a mess. So I've just kind of started leaving them in however the manufacturer packaged them. How do you guys swatch? If you guys swatch, how do you swatch? Do you swatch based off of packaging, or do you do like rainbow? How do you do that? We're at almost 2 hours. I am so afraid this will not all go up on the one video. We'll see. Gary should be home soon, and I'll have to stop recording when he comes in, but I really need to get all this sweeping and mopping and stuff done too. But I had a couple hours. I knew that he would be gone, and I told him I was going to make a video. He's doing some honor guard coordinating business this morning. Unfortunately, they have a funeral to perform tomorrow. Excuse me, I am so sorry. I didn't bring any of my hard candy over, so my throat's really super scratchy. I keep taking sips of my coffee, hoping that helps, but is this blurry for you guys? Looks like it gets blurry and then kind of clears up. I don't understand that. Okay. Oh, I'm in an okay say mood, huh? It's just wearing me down sitting in this chair. Did I get the wrong one? Oh no, I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. That is not the one I intended to get. No. I think I have kind of mixed these up here on the table, and now I need to let that dry before I go in, probably. This might be a good endeavor, because you know when you're working with things that aren't alcohol based, it's a smart idea to let layers dry before you put layers on top. You see how it doesn't want to take that too great on this Create Space paper. With alcohol marker, you can generally, you know, immediately go right back on top and put something else on. When you're dealing with anything that's water-based, and even with the India ink, it's always best to let it completely dry before you try to go back in and do anything to it. If it's still wet, it will peel the paper, and that's when you get the paper damage. So it's like I said, I'm going to leave the link to the Pitt Pen's Oh, my battery is almost gone. I am going to leave a link to the Pitt pens down below, and also the Jade Summer Swatch book and this magnificent mandala book. You'll also find a link that is just a link to Amazon. That's my Amazon affiliate. So any purchases that you make, I get a little bit of pocket change to jingle around for the purchase. Not a lot, but every little bit helps. It's gonna all go right back into the channel. Every penny that comes in will always go back into the channel. So if you are interested in the Pitt pens or the books, there'll be direct links. If you just want to do some Amazon shopping, my affiliate link is there. I would appreciate you using it. It would help me out here on the channel so much. And I think if you go through that link, then any purchases you make during that session will be counted. Feel free to save that link somewhere so you can go back to it anytime that you may just want to support the channel. And every little bit helps. You know, the channel would get real stale real fast without new things to look at. You know, right now I still have things that you guys haven't seen me use, so it's still kind of exciting. But eventually it'll start to get old and stale, and it'll be nice to have hopefully maybe a few dollars here and there to help subsidize some purchases that I can make on new things to use on the channel. New things for us to try. So this video, my battery is extremely low right now. It's already told me that I'm in danger. If the video ends suddenly, I am sorry. I will continue to color until then, and you guys can just kind of hang around and see what happens. But the links are down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you have a great remainder of the week. And I will go ahead and say until next time, peace, love, and happy coloring. Okay? So you have been welcomed, and you have been invited back, just in case this thing says, nope, you're done, no more. I had a full battery when we started, so that's how fast this thing just eats my battery up when I'm recording. And I really don't have a plug or anything close by where I could charge while recording. Normally I would probably just pause the video and go put my phone on the charger for a while, but since we're so close to finishing this up, I would rather just trudge on as far as we can make it. Oh, goodness. There goes that big truck. And the rain is back. Just started falling. Sure am glad it's raining because my mud was getting dehydrated. tried to use lots of different colors just so you could kind of see them actually used in a picture. I feel like we're so close but so far away. You know, my back's kind of hurting sitting here, and there's a race against my phone battery. And you guys are not even in frame because I kind of went into hurry up mode. You know, just get the color down. I have no idea what that truck's doing. It's back again. It has got to probably be picking something up at the house. You guys might even be able to hear the rain now. I thought that was the end. I did. I thought, well, there we have it. It's done. I am rushing through this at this point, just trying to get these last ones done. I feel like I'm going to look up and my phone's going to be black screened any moment. Okay, now it just needs to kind of dry a little. The last little bit I did will look all nice and smooth once it's dry. The paper really doesn't feel bad at all after it going on. And those are your Faber Castell Pitt Artist brush pens. I hope that you guys have enjoyed taking a look at these with me. I've definitely enjoyed sharing them with you. There are links to everything down below for easy reference. And I am just trying to get my pens back in order, just kind of as much as possible. Putting them back in the case because I just laid them all out. But yeah, I had loads of fun with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed everything as well. And I will have another video up for you guys very soon. And I look forward to spending time with you then, as always. So, thanks for being here and taking the time out with me today. And I will see you in my next video. Peace, love, and happy coloring, guys. Bye.